Hi everybody, welcome to your weekly angel card reading here at Beacons of Angel Light with me, Trudy Healy, and this is for your week beginning May 7, 2018. It's crazy. Wow, we're well onto our way to being halfway completed through this year, and we're halfway through the month virtually. At the end of this week on the 15th, on Sunday, we have a new moon in Taurus. So Taurus is an earth sign, very grounding. Set your intentions. Beginning from now, start, it's like law of attraction. What you're thinking about is what's going to unfold, where you deposit your beautiful golden little thoughts. If you regard your thoughts, every single thought is energy, and you're investing a great deal of energy into either thoughts of love or thoughts of not love. So where are you going to be depositing your beautiful golden thoughts of energy? Where are you depositing all of this energy? Love or not love? And what are your intentions for this new moon? Really, control your mind. So for this week, I am going to be using Doreen Virtue and Raleigh Valentine's Angel Tarot cards. And as usual, I am going to separate them. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed and like and share my videos. And a big special thank you to those of you who have hired me for personal readings or have sponsored me. Simply because you do tune in every week. So thank you very much from the depths of my soul. In those moments, I actually really did need it. So also it helps for these particular videos because I end up getting more cards, or I get more crystals, or I don't know, it sponsors a trip that will end up triggering a revelation because I'm at this place that I've never been to. I don't know, there's just so many different things. So I really thank you guys for sharing the journey with me and for sponsoring me, and for, even if you don't sponsor me, just a like or a comment on the feed or even on my Facebook page. It's so like, I really do feel like, okay, I am doing something that helps, because sometimes I second guess myself. It sucks. Anyway, so we'll get on to the message here. Look at that. The card's just like flipping out. Okay, and this one doesn't want to go in, but they're saying no, that's not it. Okay, this one is though. Let's see. Okay. Oh, they said that's it? Okay. Okay. And then Archangels too. And if we have enough time, I'll pull us a crystal angel card from Doreen Virtue's Crystal Angel Oracle cards. Okay, we got two angels. Did you guys see that? They were like, ding. Okay. Awesome. So the first card that we got for this week is the Ace of Fire. I do believe we got this recently. I remember hearing myself even say it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You guys saw me shuffling the cards. Anyway, so this is an exciting new job opportunity. Either at your present job, they're going to be offering you a new position, or you are going to seek out a higher position with better payout for you, perhaps less work involved. And you're regarded as a person who's achieved and accomplished. So accept, because with this card, there's also an undertone of like lack of self-confidence. Even though he knows everything he's accomplished, the offers that are being presented to this person, he secretly feels like it's beyond his capabilities. And don't second guess yourself. Accept the blessings that are being presented to you. It's happening here, I want to say, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the beginning of the week, because this is the first card that comes up, okay? And then this would be more midweek, you know, like Wednesday, Thursday, Queen of Air. And you see how here she's like staring into a globe, and inside the globe there's a unicorn. You know, she's creating all of this. So she's got to make a decision, an objective decision from the heart space. We're not going to make a decision based on, you know, what's morally expected of you anymore, if that makes sense. Like, you've made decisions up until now based on, you know, your responsibility, blah, 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 and what's socially, morally acceptable so that you're not judged by others. And that's kind of making a decision based upon fear of being judged, or fear that, you know, you didn't handle things in the standardized, socially acceptable way. Okay? So this is like a veil that's being removed, a clearing away of all that no longer serves. And that's what this full moon, the moon in Scorpio had to do with. It searched all of these things. They surfaced all of these ways of thinking, ways of regarding situations. So now that all that has been cleared, it's time to truly manifest with the new moon, okay? And seeing the humor in this situation, because you are a very humorous person. And so you're not like this like heavy-hearted, bitter, angry person. You make fun of bloody everything. And so the angels are encouraging you to take a humorous aspect towards what it is that you're creating, what it is that you're letting go of, what it is that you are in the midst of changing. Because this is like, it's evolution and it's creation going on in this card. Yeah. So, great work, guys. Then we got the Three of Earth. So this has to do with the creativity as well. The Three of Earth is, you know, like I was saying before with the first card, it ties in all three of the cards that we got so far. Because the first card was talking about the recognition that you get for your work, and that you're going to be put in a position where you can get a better job or a new job all together. And it's like you're a very humble person, and you don't like when people tell you what a good job you did, because you feel like perhaps it's fake or uncalled for or unnecessary altogether. But it is necessary, and they're going to praise you, and you are to accept it. You are to accept the compliments, my love. Accept the compliments. They are a blessing for you, and it's like, it's time to pat yourself on the shoulder. Yes, keep going. Don't stop. But accept the compliments that are coming your way. You've done a lot of hard work, and you are definitely worthy of recognition. And so it's also an aspect of like being a team player, contributing what only you could contribute to the team, and the team is so blessed for having you there to contribute those things that only you could have contributed. So acknowledge yourself, caralho. Sorry. Then we have the archangels here. And I guess more new people are tuning in this week because Archangel Michael, or perhaps the people from last week, didn't pay attention, because Archangel Michael is coming up yet again. Archangel Michael. And it's like he's reminding you, he's like saying, you know, for those of you who didn't ask him, you didn't make the call. He can't interfere or help until you do make that call. And I can't make that call for you. You have to be willing. You have your freedom of choice, your free will, and so you have to make that call. Now, this time around, last week I believe he came up as the World. This week he's coming up as the Wheel. It's reminiscent to the Wheel of Fortune in the traditional tarot, okay? So this is a really good, positive, uplifting card. The other wonderful thing about Archangel Michael is that he knows every single one of our journeys. He knows why we incarnated, incarnated into three-dimensional existence. He knows why we were born through our mother's portal. He knows why our brothers and sisters, why that particular chronology of where we were born, what time, longitude, latitude, in which order of the siblings. He knows all of the details, and it was supposed to be that way because it is divine order. I can't explain the whole thing to you because I only have an insignificant three-dimensional brain, but I can tell you that it's all meant to be that way. Now, do you trust? Do you trust? Because every single thing that has happened to you along this journey was part of the divine order. And Archangel Michael is here saying that all of those things, those burdensome things that have happened, it's over. It's a positive change. You've been feeling like change is coming, and we're almost anxious for it, right? And it is here. It's upon us. But the situation is going to move forward in your favor. It's the wheel that turns in your favor, the working out of destiny that nobody can quite explain. And you want to get from point A to point B, but somehow it takes you from A to R to J to P to B. But you got there, right? And that's all that counts. So fortune is on your side. And then we got Archangel Ariel. It's funny, I was thinking about using the animal cards this week, but I was told that I needed to use the crystal cards. So we'll see why in a moment. But Archangel Ariel is the angel of nature, the nature of fauna, the little critters. Oh no, that's Haniel. Archangel Ariel is here to remind us of our inner strength. She's saying, okay, we've had like all of these negative attitudes directed at us. And it's a paradigm shift that's going on. Not only were you phased by these moons, but everyone else is, whether they choose to acknowledge it consciously or not, right? It's still there. And it's like they do recognize you for what you do, and they respect it. Someone was giving you a negative attitude, you persevere. The more you do something frequently, the more natural it becomes to you. And if you're inhibiting yourself on account of fear because of other people's negativity directed at you, then you're not going to live your authentic life, your authentic self, what makes you happy. So do what it is that you need to do. Like in my case, that really applies because I need to go get on my yoga swing and do my inversion yoga, upside down. And I'm really frightened to face plant. But the angels keep telling me the more I try, the more frequently I practice, the more natural it will become to me to be on the yoga sling and to just, push my weight and, ravel my, intertwine my legs and everything into the sling and then unravel myself, and I won't be frightened to just blah on the floor. I can just picture myself. Anyway, but that's that negative chatter inside of my head. So she's saying, and it's an 11. If you notice, the number is 11. So if you guys are seeing the 11s, they're just talking about changing the way that you regard it. If somebody has given you a negative attitude, don't worry. They're going to change their attitude. They're like right there about to change their attitude because they recognize that they're giving you negativity themselves, and they don't want to be the judgmental person. Have you ever heard somebody say, "I'm very judgmental"? People don't usually admit to it. They don't like to see themselves that way. So nobody really wants to judge each other. That's not a good sentiment to have. Nobody likes being judged, so definitely nobody consciously wants to judge another person. If they catch themselves doing it, they might redirect the thought. That's a beautiful thing that's happening with people right now. So just forget about what they think about you. Do you, and F everybody else. All right, and then let's do this crystal card. Psh, psh, psh. I've not used these very much, and the angels are telling me I really need to super shuffle. that's not it. Apatite. Progress, not perfection. That's what I was talking about, the yoga swing. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus on how far you've come and all that you've learned. Isn't that so funny how my cards all just hold hands? They support one another and they confirm the message of the week. Do not judge yourself. Do not judge your journey. Love your journey. Acknowledge how far you've come instead. Forget those who are judging you. They're judging you because they're judging themselves, and they will stop. It's a paradigm shift. They are experiencing their own version of the shift. So what counts is your progress, not the perfection. Calm down. The perfection will come because the perfection will come with that perfunctional practice of every day. And it's the Apatite. I opened up on that page and I was about to keep turning. The angels were like, stop. This card is a sign that you may be holding perfectionistic judgments about yourself, and that they're blocking you. Perhaps there's a fear that if your work isn't perfect, you won't receive what you need. God and your guardian angels are reassuring you that you're spiritually perfect because you were made in God's image and likeness. You needn't try to be humanly perfect. In fact, nobody's perfect. The human sense, everyone is a work in progress. So we're constantly evolving, and that's what I like to remind people. They want to think of me as like this ascended master, and I am totally on this journey with you. The messages are for me, but I share them with everyone because the angels were telling me that I needed to come out and share the messages that I receive. Not only through cards, but the more I tune in, the more I receive messages, and it's like reading between the lines, or sometimes, I mean, that sounds crazy, but sometimes it's even audible. Anyway, so your guardian angels want you to know and focus upon the progress that you've made and acknowledge your success. Please don't be so hard on yourself and stop judging yourself. You are lovable inside and out. If anyone is criticizing you, especially if anyone is criticizing you abusively, get away from them. You deserve to be with people who are supportive, kind, and encouraging. So apatite, it's a gorgeous translucent blue or green stone that's very rare, and it's a phosphate mineral, which is more often grounded up as a fertilizer. The word apatite stems from the Greek word deceptive or misleading because the crystal is often confused with other stones. You can use apatite to fertilize and grow healthy and honest communication within relationships. It's also helpful for divine communication and receiving epiphany insights. So guys, the reading is clear. Love yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Acknowledge the entire journey and move on with a new understanding of yourself in a loving way. I say it every single week. I love you. Love yourselves and love everybody around you. So if you haven't already clicked subscribe, definitely do so. Share the video with a loved one. I'm certain something said will definitely resonate. And I hope you all have a wonderful week filled with divine epiphanies and revelations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah!